How you doing? The menu. Welcome to the graffiti jungle. Follow photo anyway. Benvenuti nella giungla dei graffiti. Questo è Impostore Rockstar Podcast. Sweet cigar. Sono tired. Well, we're putting a pause on that. Let me just one thing at a time. Today was been a day where we just kind of like really did. We got some. We got. I'll put this one just to. It rattles the cages. Is it a greedy or you need it, you need it? I don't know. I'll leave it like this. I did type it. It was intentional. We'll see. Intention was set. The Scream of Fear t-shirt. That was the only one, bro. I actually did that shirt. I did it 4 times. And I'm not sure. There's still one more version of it I probably still could have did. So just gonna take this time. Oh, let me do the intro the right way. Move on the pen. Bro, storage is paid off for the year, bro. That is, bro. I'm still one of the key things, and it's like a moment to like really, and I'm willing to play with it, think about it, but really, what is the step I can make, the investment can make to actually see a proper return, like it's yes, did this and it leads to this achievable desired outcome type of thing, like. So let's see. I haven't journaled. This is the first time journaling all day. Yeah, so I just wanted to say, so this is the first time journaling today. Kind of sort of like actually already putting with. And just recapping on the day. So the entire, like, even the start for today. You know what I'm saying? That was one of the Johns. If it's not something that I'm like super duper focused on, but knowing that I'm gonna stay up, it is one of those. It's just a thing. So, let's see. Now, I know this part. Let's see. What man got Labubu's? Bro, when I was growing up, they had what's the little hairy troll? It's a Furby. When I was growing up, there was Furby. I don't know nothing about no Labubu. That's not. I don't think you should ask. You shouldn't be asking men if they have Labubus. I don't think you should do that. It's not a thing to do. Don't ask another man that question. Of course I like jokes, but you cannot buy a sense of humor. Some people just don't have a sense of humor. It don't be funny. I see where you're coming from, but I'm coming from somewhere else. So, who doesn't like a good joke and a good laugh? But it's always who's at the end of the joke and who catches that. So, Maybe those types of things. We got a gift times 2, times 3, times 5, 7. Oh, or times 10. Combo breaker. I'm journaling, but hey, this is times 20, times 22. Oh man, would you look at that? Times 33, times 35. Do y'all see that in the chat? All right, we got to do a freestyle. Definitely, for sure, for that. All right, knick knack, patty whack, throw a dog a bone. Grazie is how you say thank you in Italian. Prego is how you say you're welcome in Italian. All right, see, Nick, too sick. All right, but I got my pen, not a toothpick. I'm trying to talk slow, not too quick. No sand, quicksand. But Nick just threw up a band. So Nick, but hold on. No New York Knicks. Nick, thank you, Nick. Knickerbockers. All right, hold on. I'm trying to make sure we gotta do this little freestyle. We gotta do this right. Thank you for the gift. Let's do this. Nick. Oh, that's not even why I did this. That's why I did this. Cause this is a Zippo. Huh? This is a Zippo? But this is a Bic. All right. Thank you, Nick. All right, so Nick, Bic, quick. Of course, things that you should never do when it's down. Kick a dog. Only got them backwoods. Oh. Gang in the chat. Let me see. So Nick, quick. We had the Bic, lighter. Oh, we're gonna skip over that. But you can flick whatchamacallit. Hickory dickory dock. The mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 12. Right now, hickory dickory dock. Okay. Mickey Mouse. Thank you, Nick. All right. So. I think I got there. I think that's an L comment. I'm in a good mood though, so I'm trying to figure out if some people don't even get the grace. Non ducor duco is Latin. I do not lead. No, I am not led. I lead. See? Oui? No? Did I get that right? I am not led. I lead. All right? Got the Latin. We learned Latin the other day. We learned some Latin. Non ducor duco. There were some more. That one's you can, it's 3 words. Non ducor. Duco. That one's 3 words. You can remember that. I am not led. I lead. Vini vidi vici. So we designed 25 shirts. We did 25 shirts today. Now after the 25 shirts, we got the storage unit paid off. Shout out to my bro. We got storage unit paid off. That last one was definitely, but it was those types of things to look at. Ad astra, par aspera. Through adversity to the stars. Ad astra. That shit kind of hard to say. That one kind of hard to say. Ad astra par aspera. aspera. It's the ad astra through adversity. Those are the ones you can kind of see. Astra, adversity, kind of match up. Par, meaning to the aspera, the stars. Aspera. And so like even like aspera, like that means stars, but like aspiration, aspiring to be something, you know, if words have a, if words have not a trickle down, but like, you know, I forget the word, the etymology, the etymology of a word, and how if you go back and trace it back to its roots of where a word once was and what did it mean, that meaning, like for the word fool, I think is a derivation of the word phallus, or the word month being a derivation of the word moon, is those types of things. Aspera, to the stars, aspiration, that's what made me think about. Astra is a hard-ass astra. Let me just stop trying to, when you start learning like Italian and Spanish, it make you want to just if you can or have to, you like roll the R. Shit, hard as hell. Ad astra. Fuck that. Just astra. Adversity. Astra, adversity. Ad astra or aspera. I'm gonna underline this part, bro. Kinda sorta. That was, I had to squiggle on that part, bro. That was big right there. That joint was stressing me out. And now we get to live on the other side of it not stressing us out and just trying to really flesh out certain things. Designed 25 shirts, the storage unit, and then we had egg rolls. Just 2 Philly steak cheese egg rolls. Just 2. Philly cheese steak egg rolls. And then we just passed the time. We did a couple little live streams. We did the 8 marketing strategies, sales tactics, and we did the reaction to like the NFL after 5 weeks. Those. Again, odd. It sounds like you gotta emphasize it. Ad astra, pa aspera. So dramatic. Why don't we speak this language no more? You know how dramatic this shit was. They just overreacted to everything. Why you put so much emphasis? So bartend, girls love it. Oh no. I know, like, it's because it automatically just enters the realm of you don't know this. You know what I'm saying? So it, again, adding that seasoning, that flavor to your conversation, and they most likely don't know. So now you're sitting there teaching them something, and that's something that they'll just eat and putting out your hand type of thing. Like, it's worth it. It's worth it. This right here's you know Latin? Yeah, these sheets, they're satin. You want to rub the genie, make a wish, Aladdin. I'm not trying. Hold on, I'm trying to finish my journal. Okay, what else happened? We had that. Um, so yeah, now it's one of those. There's a couple ways to like think, pivot, move. one of the ideas I was sitting there thinking about was to, you know, do a raffle with the shirts. And the thing about the raffle is like if the shirt's $100 and it's $5 to, for the slot, it's just the opportunity and chance that, oh man, if I whatchamacallit, there's a possibility and chance that you get this shirt for $5, you know what I'm saying? But if you buy multiple, slots and get multiple chances, that increases your odds and chances, those type of things. So I was thinking about doing a raffle uh, for one of the shirts, and a couple things could go with that in the sense of like, it's a raffle. Now, if it's 20 people, that needs to be a shirt that's like the design, all that. Now, most of my shirts, I do feel that way, if anyway, but maybe like with one of like the cheaper shirts, it could be like maybe a 10-person raffle, or you can still have it at 20, and it could be $1 entry, or it could be 10 people, and they do a $5 entry. A more expensive shirt could be, the $5 entry with 20 people. It's different. There's a lot of different ways to spend it. So thinking about that, and then of course the winner, they would just send me their search size and address, and then boom. Now, one of the goals is like, so one of my things is, yes, there's consistency, right? There's consistency. So another part of it though is like, okay, so what's different? And so if I get a pair of pants and design them, draw on them, paint on them, I've done that. You see what I'm saying? I got video. That's the same pants. I drew on them. I designed that. Boom, boom, boom. I made those. I got a pair of pants from scratch. So it's like, what did you gonna do differently? When it comes down to my shirts and hats, I have 2 of my shirts, and I got 1 of my hats. And so it's like, again, like to do something differently. So the goal though, what I would like to see, so one of my members, they actually, whatchamacallit, but I never got a video or anything. So like that would be like a goal, right? And so like there's ways that you can sit here and try to, for lack of a better word, manipulate that, right? But a part of it, I want part of the experience to be genuine too. So that's one of my things, that would be the goal. That'd be like one of the types of goals. And so just trying to figure out how that can kind of go work and happen. You know what I'm saying? And at some point that's going to be like the very cool thing. Like it'll be, I'm sitting here thinking, so I'm just but me just opening whatever app, right? I can open up whatever app, and then somebody's doing an unboxing video, trying on, oh, I just got my Project Extinction shirt. I just got my graffiti jungle hat. They doing a unboxing videos, and that's gonna be like, that's just beautiful, right? So it's just like trying to see in something like that. I'm ready to see it. I'm ready to see it. I'm ready to see somebody edit a video and just be like, yeah, I got my Project Extinction merch. It just came in. This was the shirt I was literally looking for. Or just hearing their reactions to it, seeing it, trying it on, all of that. Whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is that third. Because we got some baby clothes. We got some baby clothes too. We got some baby clothes. So even in seeing those type of things, bro, it's gonna be exciting. That's what I'm looking forward to. So but it's another that's one of my goals right now. That would be like the legitimate goal. Right now, that's like one of my legitimate goals. And that's why I say there's ways to manipulate it in the sense of just finding a random person, even in the street, and just say, hey, would you mind, just open this, you know what I'm saying? And you do like, me recording the video is nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then that way I get to edit it myself and da 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 woo woo, but they could try it on. Like that's a whole nother thing. But it's stuff like that, like but the less manipulation that you have to do, and the more genuine it is, the better. So it's just trying to figure out how to go about it. But right now, one of the ideas, and matter of fact, I'll just go ahead and write it down. I'll go ahead and write it down, just because it's also seeing what's different. The raffle. It's an idea. Yeah. See. So, but I'll say it like this, right? I've seen you enough. I've seen you enough, and this and the third. Whether it's like I can make a discount code. You know what I'm saying? I can make a discount code. If it's at a point where you're like, okay, if it was this much or this much, I'll be able to whatchamacallit. So, but that's something to, talk about, and go from there. Yeah, that would literally be a jump. That would literally be a jump. Um, and so it's like sitting there, think about that, and certain time at some point it's gonna be like to really figure out, okay, which ones is moving and this and the third, and people like, yo, I gotta get this one, I really need this one or something, so, things like that. Cause I just know like it's also like of seeing certain other people. So the one of the things I kind of look at is Tough Crowd. So with Tough Crowd, uh, like again, I got 2 of their shirts, right? But when I got it, I got the white one, I got the black one. It was like 50, I think. This was years ago. This was years ago. But now, if I go to their website now, they're white, and it's their standard shirt, like their white shirt, their black shirt, 150. I'm like, whoa. That's like a whoa. And so, and their stuff is just really just, but that's a different brand, market, more whatever. And so it's the, you got the root start, but I would rather, like the way I kind of like think about it is I would rather my stuff to already be at a certain level. So I just think like as a consumer in the market, wherever, and then somebody comes in and they're like, bro, it used to be such and such and now it's such and such. But I want that baseline to already be, whatchamacallit. I would that's how I kind of sort of look at it. Like, if you think about the Ralph Laurens, the Nikes, the whatever, it's the finally, and then, treating your brand like that, treating your brand like that. So I was able to journal. The next joint is, yeah, that's one like one of the main goals, is trying to figure out how to make that work. I have the raffle idea down. And I could clearly see, I would want to do it like live. So I would probably, I would get my iPad, and then as the people are, putting in their slots, buying their slots, I can just do it like that. You know what I'm saying? And put it up and fill in the spin wheel. And then we just sit there and do it live and click the spin wheel. And then it's like, all right, this person won and this and the third. So it ain't no, it'll all be like done live. And I think it's just that it becomes because I've seen it happen before. And like I used to watch them call it. But the dude, where I got the idea is the dude, he sold shoes. Well, he was a reseller. He resold shoes, shoe reseller, however you want to call that, shoe plug. So that's how he would do it. But I was trying to keep it at least in a sense of, he would be like, okay, I got a size 8, a size 9, a size 10, you know what I'm saying? And so you would then, if you had it in your size, that makes you more likely to whatchamacallit. So that's why I try to keep it in a sense of like having it. There'd be 2 points. One, doing it there, and then um, doing it in. What I'm trying to say. You do it, and it's like I can't like okay, I can do this, and be like, all right, we can do a raffle on this shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like we can do a raffle on this shirt, and people start to engage and do stuff like that. Whereas, but that's like me doing it like now type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Whereas the other one is me actually holding it up and like, all right, this is a size, what you know what I'm saying, such and such. Whoa, and so those are just the kind of reasons why I decided like one is more easy so that the person can get their size, whereas the other one is like you gotta make sure it is your size. That being just a little thing. So I just feel like that's what you would call it. Buonasera, buonasera. It's how you say good evening in Italian. Konbanwa. I think it's how you say good evening in Japanese. Guten Abend. It's, I think, good evening in German. Guten Abend. I think so. So yeah, this is decent. I'm trying. The other thing, like I was walking, and then I thought about the raffle thing. So I'm trying to think. Of course, like just the different ways. Somebody could just buy one and just make a raffle, make an unboxing video, and then try it on. That's another thing. Bro, and then like, bro, this also makes me like, bro, wanting to want models and stuff. I actually have. I have. There's two. Let me see if I got one of the pictures here. So, this is one of the shirts. So this is where I took the. It's like it was that image, and then that's on the front of the shirt. So it was just like, you see what I'm saying? Like, is that? Let me see. This is one shirt. Let me see what's the other. Where's the other one? And then this is the hat. So this is the red hat, the trucker hat. Now the one thing about the hat is it's gonna come with a flat, but you gotta bend the brim. You got to bend the brim, but it does that pretty well. So it's a good trucker. And so these are what the truckers look like. Oh, and I think, yeah, I put that shirt back on again. I'm trying to find the other shirt. Yeah, that was like the first one I made. This one. Oh. Excuse my face. This is the first shirt I made. This was the first shirt. So yeah, it was fun. It's even funny like to go through like the website. This is the first shirt that I made. I think I cut the bottom of it. This is after I cut the bottom of it. Again, just so it can get that like roll up effect. So this was the very first shirt. And so all of the black shirts have this like, is of this whatchamacallit. So I'm only sticking to two shirts. I'm sticking to either the black ones, which looks like this, or the tan, which is like a sand color one. So I may even actually try to get one of the sand ones because the first two I got were black. So this is like the stuff that I have for myself. So it's this one. I have this one, and then that's also the hat. I think I gotta put this on the website. So like the other part of it was the fact that I think this is probably one of the other dopest janks. And then I think I did it But I think I need to just go back and just, just make sure. But putting myself on my website and it's like no, 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 no. Here's my picture, like here with me actually with it on and this on the third, bro, bro. it, bro. If you that okay, that's just me. I like to see and look, um, to see and look. That's actually a good question. I'll come back to that. To see and look at other websites, like for me, it's like to ever be, if I ever wanted to be on a Ralph Lauren website or ever wanted to be on a Zara website, modeling and whatchamacallit, being everyone. But now it's like of my own. Nah, this is the first one. This is the first one. Some shirts do. This one, this one was because this one I think this shirt is called Grand Theft Auto 6, Chief Gihareh. So this is just one of those, bro. If I ever make it to the game, Grand Theft Auto game for real, and it's actual whatchamacallit, bro, it's already made. This one was, uh, so again, the thought process, the logic. It was, there is, who says it? Who does it? Oh, now I don't know too much about this in the third room. What's the true and what ain't? But it was the furniture company. They would, it was a furniture company, and people didn't know like why they had certain stuff priced like 10,000, 20,000. This not a third, right? But the reason, the person who worked there said the reason it was because a certain product might have went out of stock or something, and so rather than changing up all the this SKUs, the SKU codes, and all this other stuff, they would just make it overpriced so nobody would buy it, type of thing. So that was one of my jobs. Like, yeah, bro, I need this jump for myself. Like, it's just cause type of thing. Um, so, and I think the jump was funny though. The jump was just funny. So I mean, in there sitting there talking about it, if it's not of another person, because the other part was like, if just having it for myself is, I know that I'm going to take a video. I know that I'm going to make an unboxing video for it. I'm going to do the design. Well, I know that if I go ahead and just try to get one of the shirts or whatever for myself, I know that I'm going to record a video, edit it, post it, and then make videos wearing it. So my only thing is like the fact that I don't wear those shirts enough just because I'm trying to like save them, keep guard on this and the third. But I know for sure with the tan one, you definitely can't have that one just looking dingy and dirty. Mm-hmm. And then like if I go get there's some other stuff, like some other designs, like I haven't been as far as like types of designs, but there's some other ones where I would I gotta look at some that are like, some don't show up on the website, and sometimes I'm making stuff like that. So there's a couple ones, and I'm pretty sure my iPad would probably have it. Just some other designs that I can just show like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and put this up there, make this, make that. You know what I'm saying? So, but right now is the time to just reflect, think. Do you want to do this? Do you not want to do this? And so, if I had to whatchamacallit, because I have one of my hats, I have a couple of my shirts, but I don't have the sand color shirt. Or look at one of the previous, like there was a couple other ones, like there's some bucket hats, there's some cups. That would be kind of sort of different. That would be kind of sort of different. The journal too, but that would be slight. But the journal too would be of I could just write in that journal type of thing. So I'll just write those down. Those are other options we'll think about. Right now, top options would be to get sand color shirt, and I'll do my own fashion show at that point. I would have 3 shirts and a hat. And I could do my own little mini fashion show. I ain't mad at it. The sand color shirt, um, would be, it's one option, just so I can see, like, I can sit here and talk about the black one, I could talk about the hats, or just one of the other. I saw the notebook, you know what I'm saying? Shoes, we got one pair of shoes. It's shoes up there, the shirts. And I was saying, like, there's some denim shirts, there's some denim jackets, there's puffer, there's not a puffer, it's pullover. That's another. So sand color shirt. Mm, it's those types of songs. Sand color. I'm trying to figure out which other option. I'm gonna just say other. Cause like having a cup, or it would be like you better use that junk, bro. I like the shirt beats out that option just because I could have 3 shirts and a hat and just say it's a mini fashion show. Instead of making the prices provide, that way you can get one yourself and make profit. So one of the, and this is, so this is the, I get what you're saying. So there's actually a, how do I say this? There's actually a, they tell you how much it's gonna cost to make whatever it is. They be like, once you start designing, you put stuff up there, and of course, the more elements and this and the third, they make the price go up. But they do tell you like, oh, it's gonna cost this much for X, Y, and Z, and so they tell you that, and then they give you a suggested one. And so with the shirts, it's none of they are already, they're like the oversized boxy shirts. So of course that's more thread material, and it doesn't the price, I think even like the lowest, I don't even think whatchamacallit, I think you still have to put it at like 35, even if it was like this bare minimum basic design. It would have to be at 35, and that's just because of the whatchamacallit, right? So the other, and so like just knowing that, you gotta automatically have a price set above 35. That's one, right? And then and just say, so you gotta think like 36, 37, you got a $1, $2 profit type of thing. You see what I'm saying? And then thinking about the effort, time, energy that went into designing it, and those types of whatchamacallits, that'd be other factors. And then now in saying that though, I could switch it to a different shirt. These ones are the oversized boxy ones. These are the ones I just like, and this one I was trying to just go for. But could switch it up to another size and type of shirt, and that could pull the price down in a sense. That would be something to look at tomorrow. Well, the other part of it though is I was actually sitting there looking at like, which shirts do I really want? And maybe even just trying to make it like another design, so I could just say like, nah, I really want this, and just try to, even make that and do it like that. So but it'd be a super dope shirt. That's something to think about. Like I'll write that down. It would be okay. Because the design is still gonna be there. The design is still gonna be fire. The quality of this and third is gonna be a whole nother thing. But then it would be like, okay, well, the higher quality one is available here, and this is the cheaper quality one here. But it'll be that. That's something to like really think about, because I was sitting there trying to figure out which one, if I could just make a design. So I like the other shirt with the pop art and the Stewie Jane. The pop art, and that because it has Chief Gihareh, Project Extinction, Graffiti Jungle. It has all 3 of those up there. So I'm trying to figure out, do I really want the Stewie? on the shirt, or is it just because the Stewie is attached to that design? Like it's on the opposite of that design. So, and then I think the other one, I think the one that then led to a bigger like just like which one you really want, the effect that is applied to the Astro Boy and the Cyclops and Kung Lao. So those what are like sitting there, and again that leads to action paralysis and you know those type of things. Like, you know what? If it was just this, so I was trying to figure out, is it just this that's on the front, and or just I had got to a point where like, do I just overload the shirt with a certain number of elements, and to just say, well, it's just a random assortment, and then but the cleaner the design type of thing is on the website. Type of, that's another idea. But I'm gonna write this down. I gotta write this over actually. So these are just some ideas, and it's good to like just sit and think about which one. I think I do want to see my. I don't know if I did a mini raffle. Not a mini raffle. If I did a mini fashion show and just wore 3 black shirts, does it make a difference having the same color shirt? You know, a different color shirt at all. I don't care for white. I don't want to have a white shirt. Not particularly. Things to think about. Cause I had a couple of hats too, and I had a couple of hats that was just like decent. My only thing is carrying around the hat if I'm not wearing it. And then my only thing about the red hat, the red hat is just the fact that it's red, and so like I didn't mind walking around with a black hat. And you see what I'm saying? Like, but the red is like, yeah, it's a bright, it's a red hat, and so it's like, if you're anywhere, just like the guy with the red hat, the guy with the red hat. It would be one of those. So it was just like that was my thing with the red hat. Comment doesn't pass the vibe check. You're blocked. So just sitting there trying to think which one would be. Again, one of my other goals. So that was my only whatchamacallit. It would be nice, but I know for a fact I wouldn't let myself down, type of thing. Like I know for a fact I would have the unboxing video. Is that why? See, the thing is, that's in order to find that one, you got to go all the way to the back. Like those are one of the first. That it was just that. Like I had just started. You know what I'm saying? I had just started. That was just one of the first. That's why it's like just starting out. The first ones to this, you know what I'm saying? The second, third. So that's why things do like you see as a progression, but the other part to like kind of know, and it's like it's very, and this is another part of like what I like about it is the fact that as you go forward and move, you'll see the designs take it takes a turn. Like you see what I'm saying? The designs take a turn after a certain point, and it's just that right there. It's just that the designs take a turn after a certain point, and me getting better with it, more efficient at certain things, and yeah, it is. That's just one of the things. So I would have to figure that part. I gotta figure out when was the first set, the first like, cause I think the first time I went in there, that was like it took me 45 minutes, and I had designed a certain number of things. So, like I was sitting there looking at it, and I was like, there's certain stuff like, you know, you look at it at one point and you're like, oh, I thought I was really doing well or something. Those I ain't. It's just me sitting there talking. I'm gonna have to change that. I figured I was looking that the skeleton rock star. I thought was I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it as much anymore. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna leave that up there. But it's the thing, like the growth just showing like the design. So like this is one of the first pieces I made. It probably wasn't. Let me try to think real quick. If I don't, I may have not designed it in my first session though, because I think there was an issue with me in the logo, and you know the shirt says Project Extinction, and I think the hat says Graffiti Jungle. So I think that was another reason I had to go back and make some more hats so they could say Project Extinction hats, and this one says Graffiti Jungle. So that's another. I'll put that one. If I go whatchamacallit, it would be to switch up. Cause that was a red hat, and it would be just to have like a different color, maybe. I don't know. I went looking through, and so that was one of my things right now, and saying like, well, which one is the one that like, cause if it was up to me, I just everything, all of it, but it'd be those types of things. You know what I'm saying? It'd be those types of things. It's also funny when people like just like be looking through the live streams and they don't watch long enough and I accidentally double tap their screen and they have to undo it. Oh no! Those types of things. All right, but it's getting a little. It ain't too late. It ain't too late. What we can do now is what we gonna do? What we're gonna do? Take it back, way back.